From 41 Action Sports, here's Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.
Happy New Year, everyone. Mick Schaefer, Brad Porter, Dave Scretta, and Stan Weber here on this aptly named Monday Morning Quarterback as we dissect the Week 17, Game 16 win for these Kansas City Chiefs from yesterday back in 2017. Aptly named, Brad, because Patrick Mahomes was the story going in, the story coming out. I'll just say this, he was very exciting to watch yesterday.
Absolutely, and you didn't want to see, you didn't expect him to throw for 400 yards and 9 touchdowns or 115 yards and 15 interceptions, but what you saw was a bright future for the Kansas City Chiefs, and what you saw is they made a great decision in moving up in the draft to get this pick, and you only have to look to the Cleveland Browns and the number of times they have messed this up to show that the Kansas City Chiefs are on the right path in terms of a future starting quarterback. And
it's weird, Dave, it kind of worked out rather perfectly for the Chiefs in that they made the playoffs in Week 16. Alex has the best year of his career, and then you get to show off Patrick Mahomes against a very bad Denver team in Week 17. Things usually don't go this well for the Chiefs.
No, absolutely, especially at this position. Yeah, it worked out great. You would rather him making his NFL debut in a game that really didn't matter as opposed to, a playoff game if Alex got hurt, or even the season opener next year if something happens and the Chiefs decide to move on from Alex Smith. So it was a great debut. I would have liked to have seen him play with a better supporting cast and see what he could have done, but the reality is he moved the ball against a really good defense with a bunch of backups, and that's commendable too.
I mean, he made Albert Wilson look like Tyreek Hill. Can you imagine if he had Tyreek Hill and what might happen there? Stan, you're the former quarterback. What do you see? Because to me, I could tell a difference in zip on the passes and some of those windows he tried to fit those footballs through.
He has a lot of confidence and arm strength, obviously. I love the timing that he threw within the ball game. He did a good job in the pocket, and then rolling out, obviously, he becomes a dangerous quarterback from the opponent's perspective. He played very well. The thing is that they won the game. Let's go back to what this is all about. Everyone wants to talk about what Patrick Mahomes can do as an athlete, and obviously his dad was a Major League Baseball pitcher. He threw the ball around the yard at Texas Tech in an unbelievable fashion, but that's not how we value quarterbacks in the NFL. It's if you win. The most important thing they did yesterday was they won the ball game. He went on the road and beat Denver. You can say Denver's not very good, but the defense is a strength. And Von Miller was out there rushing the quarterback. That's the most important thing, because in college, you got to look at it. He didn't beat teams that were very good ever at Texas Tech, put up good numbers, didn't win games. I'm happy he went on the road and won his start.
He did get to win, and Kansas City heads into the playoffs at 10-6. What about those playoffs? To start with Dave Scretta. Tennessee coming to town, but you get Kelsey and Hill back and Alex Smith. Is there any reason why this team can't, put to bed the 23-year jinx at home of winning playoff games?
You know what? Everything is really shaping up really well for them. I think this is the better matchup between Baltimore and Tennessee for them.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're getting your starters off of basically a bye week. Tennessee had a really tough game today, so their starters are going to be a little banged up, and they're going to be on the road in a tough environment and a short week. Everything is stacking up really well for the Chiefs. Of course, we've seen that happen before, and they've let everybody down. So.
Yes, and even if they do get it done, what looms is a trip to either probably Pittsburgh or New England after that. Brad, how do you feel about this team? What's your gauge on this team heading into the playoffs?
I'm feeling a lot better. I know in the preseason when all the picks came out, you don't know what's going to happen, but a lot of the experts had the Chiefs as 3rd or 4th in the AFC West. Started out 5-0. All of a sudden, they're Super Bowl favorites. Then they go on that 5- and 6-week streak where they were not playing good football at all. And if you want to talk about the definition of peaking at the right time, the Chiefs are peaking at the exact right time.
Yeah, Stan, what about this team in the AFC? Because we look at the Steelers and the Patriots, and yeah, they're probably the 2 best teams out there, but there's holes in this defense for New England. And those last 2 times against the Steelers, yeah, the Chiefs lost, but they were 2- and 3-point games. They were right there with opportunities at the end. How big's the gap, you think, from those main 2 to where the Chiefs are?
Well, you can't disrespect how hard it'll be to go and win at Pittsburgh and at New England to make it to the Super Bowl. So the odds aren't with the Chiefs. But to answer your question, the hurdle is not nearly as high as it's been, even last year. These teams are not as good. There are plenty of holes, and oftentimes it's about matchups. It seemed the Chiefs match up better with the Patriots than the Steelers. Steelers match up better with the Chiefs, and the Patriots match up better with the Steelers. It's a little triangle around there. But I think Kansas City's in a good position. Here's why. They blew the opportunity to have a bye, and with the odds, you'd say they'd have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl if they would have been given a bye. But I don't think the Chiefs play well as the favorites. They are not used to that. Pittsburgh and New England are used to being chased and have expectations of going to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are a little bit better when they're the underdog. And after they had a slump in the middle part of the year, everyone wrote them off. But let's go back to the facts. They're not that much different than the team that beat New England earlier. So, yes, the Chiefs can compete with these teams. I think they'll do it better as an underdog. But I got to say, that jinx worries me. Anytime the Chiefs play a home playoff game, I'm not taking anything for granted. Tennessee's running game is dangerous enough, and the Chiefs find ways to lose. So I'm going to be nervous until the end of the game. Hopefully the Chiefs get a win.
Well, the Chiefs put to bed the 30-year jinx of Todd Blackledge yesterday, so maybe they can put to bed the 23-year jinx of not winning a game.
One at a time.
At home in the playoffs. A couple of individual accomplishments before we go here on Monday Morning Quarterback. Let's talk about the running back and the kicker. A couple of rookies in Harrison Butker and Kareem Hunt with banner years. Kareem Hunt, your NFL rushing leader in his first year in the league, and then Harrison Butker breaking pretty much every Chiefs rookie field goal record, if not overall kicking record. Which surprised you more? Which impressed you more, the efforts of Kareem Hunt or Harrison Butker this year, Brad?
I don't know if I can pick which one was better. I look back at a box score when Kareem Hunt was at Toledo and played against Missouri. When he had that first touchdown today, and then that was it. Against Missouri in college, he had 3 touchdowns on 15 carries. So I'm not surprised by his performance. I am surprised he's leading the National Football League in his rookie year. For Harrison Butker, hey, round of applause for the Chiefs front office staff who scouted people who were not drafted, who were on other teams' practice squads, and when they needed a kicker, went out and got the best one in the National Football League.
Yeah. Dave, what do you say? Kareem the Dream or Butt Kicker 87?
I sort of have to go the same way as Brad here. With Kareem Hunt, you got to remember, he wasn't supposed to be the featured back this year, right? He was supposed to be sharing the load with Spencer Ware and sort of getting his feet wet. And, man, when Spencer went down in the preseason, he just took the ball and ran with it, literally. He had a huge year. The Chiefs wouldn't be where they are without him. But the same can be said for Harrison Butker. I don't know that Cairo Santos would have been as effective as Butker. I mean, how many games did he kick 5 field goals in this year?
Seemed like all of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
yes,
so,
like all of them.
I mean, both of them have been indispensable.
You're not going to go with the kicker, are you, Stan?
I can't, but I got to put in perspective about what I thought of Kareem Hunt. When the draft ended for the Chiefs and I was doing some analysis on the air, I said that he was the best pick that the Chiefs had. So I really liked what he could do. I thought he'd be a giant factor this year. And I was on this set doing Sunday Sound Off the first time I got a chance to be asked about Spencer Ware being injured, where are the Chiefs, and what's going to happen to the running game. And I said without a doubt at that time, the best running backs now are going to start. Kareem Hunt's the best. The Chiefs aren't going to be hurt at all. This is going to be fine. But did I think he's going to lead the league in rushing? No. Do you know how hard that is? I mean, it's one thing if you're a first pick or a third pick in the draft, like Ezekiel Elliott for the Dallas Cowboys. It was hard for him to do it last year. But what Kareem Hunt did is what vaulted the Chiefs from being a good playoff contender to actually having a chance to win the Super Bowl. He's the surprise of the year.
Sounds good, guys. We appreciate it. It's going to be Chiefs and Titans on Saturday here at Arrowhead. For Stan, Dave, and Brad, I'm Mick Schaefer. We'll see you next time right here on Monday Morning Quarterback.
This has been Monday Morning Quarterback, sponsored by TDR Auto Plaza, changing the way used cars are sold. Located on I-35 in Kearney, Missouri.